Secretary?
Yes, Michael Gove is now facing the prospect of seeing some kind of legal challenge mounted against the exams regulator Ofqual. Now, that's something that wouldn't directly affect him, but it would affect them, and it brings it back into the fore. Now, the Association of School and College Leaders, also some local councils, including Leeds City Council, have talked about the prospect of looking into this kind of legal challenge. Now, Michael Gove has insisted that he didn't apply any political pressure to the exams regulators and the exam board, so he's very much sticking to that line. But this nonetheless does add more pressure, and indeed there are also calls for there to be some kind of public inquiry into what happened with GCSE grades. We've got the head teachers leaders from the NAHT calling for a public inquiry. Michael Gove's opposite number on the Labour front benches, Stephen Twigg, has called for there to be a cross-party inquiry, and he's written to the Education Select Committee. So this really is a story that isn't going away for Michael Gove.
Let's talk also, Susanna, about the exam boards. There's talk now that action could be taken against them.
Yes, the exam board, what potentially could happen is that there could be some kind of legal challenge. Now, this is what the Association for School and College Leaders has been talking about. They haven't said whether or not they're definitely going to do it. They're looking into it. They've been asking for various schools to give them information about what may have happened and the impact upon pupils in areas around the country. So that's something that might potentially happen. We know that Leeds City Council, they posted something on their website about this yesterday, outlining that they thought that it was unfair that students were graded differently depending on when they took their modules. And so if this does go ahead, potentially any kind of legal action would have to be based upon claims that perhaps the exam board breached equal opportunities laws. There's a suggestion that the students who were perhaps worse affected may have come from ethnic minorities or from disadvantaged backgrounds.
We'll be keeping an eye on this, Susanna. I know you will too. Thanks very much.
Now, with Greece's future within the Eurozone still uncertain, the country's Prime Minister will hold another day of talks today, this time in Paris.
Well, yesterday, Antonis Samaras met with his German counterpart, the Chancellor Angela Merkel. She insists that the Greek government must carry out spending cuts to the agreed timetable. Mr Samaras, however, is asking for more time to implement reforms.